And hello everyone, welcome to the OKLCS Diamond Capped Week 5. I am Corey Hunger Bunger Bunger, and I am here with it's Darren. I still quite can't remember.
Darren Mark Hames
Mark
wins.
Haim. That's
Yes.
it. That
Mark
drives me
Hames.
crazy every time because it's like your name is Darren, but your summoner name is Mark Hames. So I'm gonna get this one of these days. But anyway, so we're gonna jump right into the action. We have three different games for you guys today. First game is going to be Unlucky Retribution versus Kansas State. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump right into that. And so on the blue side, we have Kansas State University with Vibon in the top lane. It's Maokai, UKP X Koala in the jungle as Jarvan the Fourth, Mortally Divine playing Swain mid, Yab Yenda as Varus ADC, and Lord Care Bear as Braum support.
Okay, and on the red side we have Unlucky Retribution. In the top lane we have player John on Signature Shen. We have Dr. Wildy on Jungle, DCK in the mid lane on Urgot. We have Tien Sama, Kaisa, Bot, Gabby support.
So this definitely looks interesting. As you mentioned, Player John did get his signature top laner. He's known a lot for his Shen. He plays it really well. And Tien Sama, we see a lot of pocket picks. Yabienda likes to play the Varus. We see Tien Sama also with the Kaisa, which is something he's been playing a lot recently as well. But something interesting to note is the Urgot.
Yes.
Urgot mid is something that's been getting extremely popular. It's especially over in EU, going top mid. But when they go mid, they like to take Unsealed Spellbook.
Yes, it's very true. The Unsealed Spellbook really helps with just being able to have that kill pressure in lane, but also being safe because as Urgot, it's kind of like a hit or a miss kind of thing. Fine with your weight. End up switching to Ignite or the Cleanse, depending on what your situation calls for.
Yeah, definitely. And yesterday we saw Swain being an absolute menace in lane. Wing Nation piloting that Swain very effectively against Ahri. Urgot's a little bit tankier, so maybe not quite as much.
Bot lane Ignite comes out from Gabby and forces the flash from Gabienda. Looks like X-Koala was trying to come in there for a game. Bot lane of
Definitely, it was a good idea from X-Koala to be there, but just a little, his bot lane got a little bit overexcited, and this is definitely not what you want with the bot lane. You don't want to see Yabienda this low on health this early in the game, especially against a brand, someone so pokey.
he will get zoned away from the we'll have the back here to come back to full health. Have any items just and refillable potion. Originally he did have the health potion, so interesting change.
Well, I'd say there's probably not really much he could have picked up otherwise, but definitely in this case with how much they have used him in this bottom lane already, it's only 3 minutes in.
Dr. Riley's coming in. Flash taunt comes in from Favorite John, and all is forced to flash away. We're still fighting over his blue buff here, and Dr. Wildy does secure the blue buff. Bond goes in. Oh, flag and drag from X-Koala, and he goes in onto Player John. First blood goes to Unlucky Retribution. Oh, to Kansas State University. Dr. K is going to flash in with the Urgot. He's going to flip him over, and X-Koala will go down here. Now, Dr. Wildy does secure the buff, and he does get away at the cost of his top laner, John.
But that is really good though. They may not have been first blood, but it was 2 other kills after that as well. So that does balance things out in their favor, getting the 2 kills.
Yes, and he did take away the blue buff from X-Koala, and as Jarvan, definitely does need
Yes, it does. The flag and drag is primarily his best form of AoE damage, and that costs a whole lot of mana early on. Later, it's not so much once you get a couple items, have a few levels. But at the first starting out, it gets a little bit difficult.
X-Ball goes in, flag and drag onto K. DCK is trying to get out, but he does not have flash. He flashed earlier and he go down.
So that was a really good gank from Koala, remembering, hey, He flashed just a little bit ago just to kill me. This means it's not up again. Going in to punish that, forcing DCDK to TP back to lane, otherwise he's going to lose on a lot of CS. Player John doing a good job in the top lane as well, just constantly bullying Maokai, getting the additional damage by pulling the sword through as well. That's one of the things you have to do as Shen, is make sure that every time you use your Q, every time you pull that through, it's going to get the maximum amount of damage if you're going to want to trade.
Vivon did freeze the wave. It's about to slow push and crash into pretty decent CS lead.
So definitely curious to see how that ends up if Vivon ends up forcing it under tower and thus
Gabby flashes in onto Yabiendo. Oh, takes him down. Gabby will go down to Yabiendo for Care Bear. They're trying to turn onto Tiansama here, but Dr. Wildy is here in the back. Yabiendo goes very low. And Lord Care Bear will secure the kill on the Tiansama, but it's not over yet. Lord Care Bear is going down Dr. Wildy after DCK roams bot lane. Now, Mortally Divine was a little bit slow there, but in the top lane we have Player John going down to Vpan and X-Koala. You're going to look to trade towers here.
Yeah, they are definitely. They're going to have. It looks like topside already has a push. Kansas State already has the large wave and 2 champions already there. But Player John is going to use his teleport, and it looks like the Unlucky Retribution is just going to settle for the Drake.
Yes, as Mortally Divine in the bot lane. Protect that turret. Top lane, that's a 4. Inferno Drake?
No, that was Cloud Drake. I was saying it's hard to tell when you see it just as it dies, but that was a Cloud. And now we see Maokai walking back to lane, definitely a good option, has the TP advantage, especially how active this game has been. We've seen a lot of people roaming bot a lot.
Oh, and comes Dr. Wild in the bot lane. Yabienda is trying to get the stun on the Gabby, and then there's coming out from Vban back, but it looks like it's too late. 2v4 situation turns into 1v4. He will pick up the kill on the Gabby, but it will be too late for both X-Koala and Mortally Divine coming to the bot lane here. We'll have to hold the turret as 5 members of Unlucky Retribution.
Yeah, fortunately the wave isn't, fortunately for Kansas State, the wave isn't very big and the members of Unlucky Retribution aren't tanky enough, but there is a cannon wave coming up right now, and I don't know if Mortally Divine's going to be able to defend this.
That's Mortally Divine and X-Koala, and they will somehow force away 4 members of Unlucky Retribution. Oh, and Mortally Divine misses position a little bit. He will have some ult here, he'll flash. Down, Tiansamo does.
Yeah, and now with the rest of the team up and rotating back down, this means that Unlucky Retribution has to back off, satisfied with what they have, make sure they don't overextend.
Did to get some significant damage on the bot tower. They're going to force the bot. They have most of this game. Now, so Dr. Wildy and DCDK are back for more here. Lord Care Bear did pull out the Unbreakable pretty early. Are going to get out. Wow, no CC able to bot lane of Kansas State. X-Koala here and he's or great flag and drag and a great cataclysm. Oh my goodness. Will shut down Dr. Wildy, and it looks like one more will go down. He will trade a kill over to Gabby, and you have a flash from DC and he will get out. On the top lane we have a little bit, but it's not going to be his action practice what's happening in the bot lane.
No, it's definitely not. It's just a couple tanks going back and forth.
It looks like Vban is going fairly low. Player John might get a solo kill here on the Vban. Vban ultimate flash taunt onto Vban here. Just the flash and Player John will solo kill Vban top lane.
Yeah, no, definitely good there. There's a lot of cases where you see someone attempt just constantly clicking. Good job, Player John, keeping it cool, because if you keep clicking, you're just going to auto-attack cancel that. You notice just the one
Gabby
thing.
goes on to Yabienda, and there's an ult from Tiansama. Tiansama and Gabby will pick up trading over to the bot lane.
I'll say, and with what's going on, that solo kill in the top lane and those two kills bot, we now no longer see Dr. Wildly on his perfect KDA. Well, not perfect KDA, but perfect kill contribution, kill participation, and
Looks like X-Squall is going on the player John, force him off this wave here. He might be a little too early. John is trying to follow up player John. Get out here. Player John is showing a lot of matchup knowledge. Maokai. Offset. Gets out.
So yeah, especially in that lane matchup, Maokai is extremely. Both are extremely tanky, but knowing when to. Maokai likes those early trades, and he likes short trades, quick little trades, and then he likes to get out. But Player John doing a really good job of extending those trades, getting a bunch of auto attacks in on him, whittling him down, forcing Vi to stay in these long extended trades and use up a lot of his mana in the process.
It's like spot out X-Claw. Have to.
Yeah, I think he is. With that, he's going to back away. We see Dr. Wildly in the.
Actually, a TP comes out from Unlucky, trying to defend this turret here. Player John missed on, and they're also engaging on the V-Bomb top lane. V-Bomb's going. Player John, he's pushing wildly. Might go down here, but in the top lane we have V-Bomb beat over by bot lane of Unlucky Retribution. Sama will pick up that kill really easy. Like A is.
Yes, Player John was able to get out, but there is a Stand United coming in.
Yeah, it looks like, oh man, he got baited in Kansas State University. Bad fight here, all three members fairly low, but they do manage to set up Player John, take it enough. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we have Dr. Wildy pushing in. He will crash that wave turret, might get some damage.
Yeah, no, and in the top side, in the meantime, we see that that Unlucky Retribution did take that top turret as well, which means that middle turret is the last one.
Yeah, it does look like they're rotating on the Rift Herald here, trading spot tower. Check this.
So it definitely is a good choice. Knowing Player John doesn't have TP quite yet, he doesn't have Stand United, DCDK can't
Ult
get...
comes in from Team Samiga onto early Divine more Divine Pop Steal down anyway.
Yes, he is. And this is exactly what Unlucky Retribution wants. They have kills onto Dr. Wildly, and they have kills onto Tien Sama. This is a fed Kaisa and a fed Trundle right now, which is extremely scary if you're Kansas State.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Kansas State can do here. They have scaling comp, but they're getting rolled over in the early game here. About a 4K lead coming over to the side of Unlucky. One. Dragon is up here. Thinking that both teams will start rotating up, but Kansas State University did set bot lane top side of the map, so
Looks like they are. And it is just, I'll say, well, this one was a mountain. It is, I mean, at least it's like, it's not an infernal, it's a mountain, it's going to help a little more, but maybe it's just the fact that they didn't think they'd be on it right away, because it just spawned.
Rift Herald. John is in the top lane, however, Vivan is about to out the teleport.
Yeah, it looks
like Unlucky Retro about to get engaged on. TP comes out from Player John. However, Gabby gets absolutely heated. He finishes his teleport, get rooted up and almost stunned up right here. Whereas he hits a 4-man stun onto the side of Kansas State University. X-Wall does go in, he hits another great Cataclysm. Insama going very low. Ultimate comes out from DK, but all members of Unlucky Retribution are going very low here. They will get aced.
So that team fight looked like it went both ways. After it was extremely good team fight, very good engaged by Kansas State, picking off Gabby, getting that kill extremely early. Then Player John finishes his teleport, a good 4-man taunt, allowing his team to get extra damage. But then X-Koala going in with the 4-man knockup from the Flagon Dragon to the Cataclysm. And unfortunately, there was just nothing that Unlucky Retribution had after that. But very well played fight on both sides. extremely good on the positioning. All the carries pumping out damage. There was low health bars on both sides.
Yes, there's definitely X-Koala waited for that perfect opportunity to flag and drag into the Cataclysm. Carry. The carry. Have to back here.
No, they're not. It looks like Unlucky Retribution is going to try and walk Shelly up to the next turret, but I don't know if they're going to be able to, just with how much pressure. And there it is, Koala flag and drag to the backside, and now Shelly is down.
Player crash that. Side Unlucky Retribution, they have more. There's so much wave clear on the side.
Either a big fight or a Baron, so it might be just the case that they need to just sit in the jungle, starve K-State of resources, and just do what they can.
Ball is going deal onto the but he does not secure. Ultimate comes out from Gabby. Gabby is booted up and he get out. Next ball.
So Koala gonna heal up a little bit from the wolves. Gabby gonna take the fruit. And once again we see player John getting extremely aggressive on the Maokai.
John athlete win. Care Bear's looking a Q on the Gabby. Gabby will dodge it.
Yes. So now we still have about 4 minutes to Baron. There's not a lot, like you said earlier, there's not a whole lot Unlucky Retribution is going to be able to take. It's going to be very hard for them to get this, and this is the chance that Kansas State has to come back into this game. They have 4 minutes before, or 3.5 before the Baron comes up. They can knock down this top turret if they can. That's going to be their last outer, and that will help even up the gold significantly.
Yes, absolutely. On a backing top here for that last out. I think.
Yeah, no, that's how it looks. But but from their perspective, they just won a team fight. It makes perfectly. They won a team fight. They have a lot of wave clear. It's very understanding. They just want to group and push. They can very easily poke Yabienda, and Yabienda throwing out the arrows, Mortally Divine as well. Both of them have poke, whittling down the enemy team until X-Koala can go in with the Cataclysm.
Yeah, absolutely. Like they're about to rip map here. Bot lane of State University.
But Unlucky Retribution seeing this, taking their opportunity to put 3 people, almost 4, with DCDK on his way into the mid lane.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know.
Mortally Divine does have a lot, but I don't think he has quite enough, especially with him getting collapsed on that.
Yes, Mortally Divine goes down very quickly. Tama ults in. Absolutely. Cancelled top lane, trying to stay straight here. Gabby in the after Gabby pokes out. Unload Care Bear stepping a little far forward. Flash here. It's like unlike not going to
No, definitely smart of them. They don't know where XP Koala is. Yes, it would still be, Player John does have Stand United, but this isn't the kind of thing where you want to press your luck. You don't want to sit there, you got a bunch of gold, you got the turret, you want to rotate out, go find something else. And right now they're going towards this Drake. It is going to be another Mountain Drake, and it's spawning in 14 seconds, so it's just enough time for them to push bot wave and then go back up.
Yeah, absolutely. With those 2 Mountain Drakes. Check. Grab the bear.
Definitely.
Goes on to cave. I'm taking. Oh, Dr. Wildy will picture perfect. Now that one comes on the DC. First to flash out. Pressing on here. Like it looks like Unlucky Retribution is about to rotate back for the dragon. I don't know if they want to take this fight.
No, they don't. they are trying to bait out this. Oh, but now XP Koala is on the wrong side of this fight.
Absolutely. Lord Care Bear goes in. He pulls up. Oh, 4-man Cataclysm onto the side of Unlucky Retribution. There's not enough follow-up damage. Yabienda is way too far in the back. He's getting zoned away. Player John is stands united, and it looks like ace side in favor of Unlucky. John's about to TP back to the top lane here as well.
And DCDK is about to join him. They're looking like they want to get this one, and as well as the as well as the Drake for this as a result of this team fight.
And they are picking up rotate back as members of forced to clear that big top wave hot side as well.
Yeah, no, this is a great time to go for the Drake. They do a lot of damage. Brand, of course, doing a lot of damage over time, and then Kaisa just doing damage in general with the passive stacks. So they're going to burn through this extremely quickly between that and the 2 stacks of the Mountain Drake.
Absolutely. And like, I believe they should look to hot turn side lane, so he does not have stable.
It might be, but it is a good way to force in. DCDK doesn't have his TP either. Both of them used it at the same time. Player John does have about half the cooldown on the Stand United though, so it will be coming up relatively soon in about level 2, so it'll come up in less than a minute. So it'd probably be better to send him off to the side and use the Stand United to get to the fight.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at the items. Iban, he looks like he decided to go both Sunfire Cape, Spectre Scowl, and a Catalyst at the same time. He's not completed the full item yet.
No, this is very dangerous for him.
Yes, and it's not very. They look on Will on Al. Now I don't think that the side of Kansas City is taking the fight here. There's 5 members joining together. Try to push this down.
No, I don't think they do want to take this. And now with this Baron, it nullifies not all of, but some of the safer wave clear that Kansas State has. But it looks like that Unlucky Retribution is content with just letting the wave push in as much as they can, not wanting to take this fight, wanting to make sure they're extremely safe about this.
Absolutely. They're not very safe right now. Oh, in the side lanes, fairly massive waves out to crash in those.
Yeah, no, and this is... Say, Baron still has a little bit of time left. We see DCDK going into the top lane, pushing this outer wave, which is good. I think this is something that they should have done a little while ago, is start this split. Get a 4-1 or get a 1-3-1. We see player John now in the bot side. This is good. Separate the team out. Use the Baron. It'll help you use it more effectively.
1v1. Top then. Player John is sitting on I believe that's
The Bramble Vest.
Bramble Vest. Bramble Vest and Spectres now. Black Cleaver and Righteous. Both very tanky.
Now it looks like we see a collapse coming on from Unlucky Retribution. They're wanting Vibon and this tower.
Absolute Dr. Wildy does pillar. Dr. Wildy will get knocked out. Ultimate comes out for him. We'll take down that turret. Kansas State pushed in right after.
Yeah, they are. There's not a whole lot they can do right now. They're down 1. The Stand United is still alive too.
Absolutely. So, and player John goes in for a taunt, but locked up. He will take a lot of damage. Cataclysm comes out. X-Squall trying to salvage this by Morley Vine goes in with Ultimate, but he's not tanky enough. Team Sama go on a rampage, gets out. Great positioning. All the carries of.
Yeah, and Lord Cameron picking up a kill on the return side. It ends up being a 3 for 3, and it's a very good defense by Kansas State.
Absolutely. Kansas State does have to top wave. Slow push that and then force the fight to make choose between fight and top wave. So top wave does crash.
Yes, it does. And is another thing that I like to note, not a lot of people do this because they know they're about to die, but something that some Shens do, and I see player John do it relatively frequently. If he has Stand United up and he knows this team fight is a team fight that they're going to take and they're not running away, you ult someone as you're dying. No, you're not actually going to teleport or get out to them, but they are still going to get that shield for 6 seconds.
Absolutely. Shen in this game. Great job on this.
Yeah, he is. And he's doing an extremely good job. Both sides doing a very good job as well. We see Yabienda playing the Vars extremely well, great positioning in team fights, and Lord Care Bear doing his best to protect his carry.
Absolutely. Teen Sama is going absolutely nuts in these team fights. Great positioning. Sama is absolutely.
Yes, he is. And it looks like they're going to give the boot buff over to Gavi, which I honestly agree with. DCDK, yes, uses mana, but isn't necessarily going to need the mana regen as much as someone like a Brand.
Absolutely. Abby does get that or the cooldown reduction as well. Randy. Tougher to
And now we see both teams clustering around this Drake. It is another mountain, and this is definitely something that Kansas State's not wanting to let go.
out John. Like they're going to collapse on him. However, happy in there. John goes on it. Comment ults it. Wild going on the V-Bot, defeating all the members of Kansas State University. Quarterly Divine is the only one left. Going to try to flash away, but I don't think if Gabby flashes in, looks to hit the stun, but he's not in range. Now it looks like all 5 members of the are going to push in turret here.
So, yes, they are. They're going to try and get this turret, and then as well as the inhibitor. I don't think they have enough time to get one of the turrets, but they are still going to go in.
Fine. Dr. Wildy goes in. Onto it. Abby will finish the job. Looks like they're going to try to go into Nexus. I don't think they should go back to Dragon here. Might be just one fight and over. Unbreakable goes in, and player John getting out, comes out for a lot of damage in the front line here. Now they taunt onto Abby and this unstoppable flash from Team Comet, dominating, and that will be.
Yes, it will. I was a little worried. There was a lot of ultimates used in the fight previously, but it looks like there was just so much damage from being ahead. They had so much additional gold, about 1,500 gold extra, and so they were just even without all of the ultimates, were just able to run through Kansas State.
Absolutely, they just had such a large gold lead at that point that they were too tanky and did so much damage. Kansas State University never stood a chance.
Yeah, no, well played by both sides. And we're gonna go ahead and take a break, and we will be back in just a few minutes with the next game, which is going to be was it Propulsion versus Kansas Wesleyan University. So we'll see you all in just a little bit. Hello and welcome back. We're going in with game two of Diamond Capped Week 5 for the OKLCS. We're going to go ahead and jump into this game. We know that we're going to test real quick though before we're going to test Darren's mic. We saw that there was a little bit of difficulty with it.
Yeah, what am I supposed to like say something and then look? Yeah,
Yeah,
it
just
does
just
not
say
look
just
like
say
it's
something.
picking up all the time. Yeah, so it's cutting out a lot of the time if you can see that.
It's cutting out there.
Yeah.
Huh.
Not sure exactly what the problem is.
I say we will keep an eye on it. If it sounds good now, that's good. Let us know if it cuts out again. I know
Okay.
that yesterday, uh, Noah Sirene was also using the same headset, had a little bit of issues with it as well. So do just pop up in the chat if something happens. We'll try and pause the game and get it so the mic is fixing again. All right. But with that, we'll go ahead and jump into the game. It is going to be Propulsion versus Kansas Westland. And on with Propulsion on the blue side, Moose on the loose in the top lane playing Ornn, Aikido playing Talia jungle, Artoria and Sif playing Ari mid, Wukong Q as Sivir, and Randy Newman as Lulu support.
Okay, and on the red side we do have WT Robux on Camille. Yet again, we have Unplugged Bug in the jungle playing Sejuani. We have Shikoro on his Oriana mid, and we have Bubble Boy and Crazy Legs in the bot lane as Kaisa and Soraka.
Yeah, so something interesting to note, unless Artoria and Sif along with Wukong Q are name changes, I believe that's 2 subs for the side of Propulsion.
Yeah, their usual starters, Leroy and Jack. Jack appear to not be playing this game.
But Roblox needs to be careful. He doesn't know that Aikido is nearby.
Yeah, and it looks like Shikoro and Robux will take a little bit of damage at level 1 for their troubles walking in blind like that, trying to get a ward.
Yep. Let's say Jack Jack. So we've been informed Jack Jack did change his name. So Jack Jack is now Wukong Q. So only 1 sub in
Okay.
this case. But something interesting is Soraka. We don't see a lot of Soraka much. Well, in the last, I actually haven't seen a lot of her this entire season.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Soraka is a fine niche pick into a lot of caster supports just because if the enemy bot lane can't all in you as Soraka, you basically get to have a farm lane for free. And Kaisa really is a late game scaler. She's pretty crazy in the late game, so it's pretty good for her to just breeze through that early game.
Yeah, she does have a lot of early game trading potential, which you often see in Kaisa Nami lanes, but does have that ability to sit back and farm and just wait, get fed off of CS count and minions.
Absolutely, and as we can see Randy Newman trying his best to trade on the Crazy Legs, with Crazy Legs to just heal that up in a little bit with her, with the Q.
With, so I think it's a Starfall.
Yeah.
No, Roblox doing a good job in the top lane, getting zoning Moose on the loose away, making it difficult for him to trade. And as well as Wukong and Randy Newman, they know exactly where to put all the poke, and it's right onto Crazy Legs.
Absolutely. Now we see the jungle, we have Unplugged Bug. He went straight from blue buff to top side scuttle, while at the same time Aikado was able to red buff Raptors in the bot side scuttle. Now he might have been spotted out by a ward there, because we do see Unplugged Bug going in onto Aikado's blue buff. However, Artoria and Sif are going to go into to contest for Aikado right there, and Unplugged Bug is going to get zoned away. Will return back to his jungle.
Say, forced to flash though over the wall. Unfortunately, it's a good idea, good thought. Jungler's bot side. Let's get the blue. Let's go. But unfortunately for him, was noticed by a ward on his way over.
Absolutely. Now WT Robux is going to be pushing in onto Moose on the loose. The top lane wave will crash, but Moose on the loose will be able to get most of that because WT Robux is going to path away. He knows that Aikado is in the top side now after he cleared his blue buff, so it's a little dangerous going out without vision.
It is a little bit, and the only now the only bad thing with that invade going wrong, this puts Unplugged Bug a little bit far behind, or a little bit behind Aikido now. Currently at 4, just a constant 4 CS. Is going to get Krugs though, so that is going to help with the gold count.
Absolutely. Now Talia versus Sejuani. Sejuani is a little bit of a slower clear. Talia able to outpace Sejuani fairly quickly, and Sejuani just needs to kind of just farm and scale into that late game, become a really great utility team fighter. However, Talia wants to quicken the pace and go in the early game, play really aggressively. Charm goes onto Shikoro, but Artoria and Sif does not have enough damage to finish it out. Just a little nice trade there. Shikoro did take the Corrupting Potion. Both mid laners took the Corrupting Potion this game. Opted for that instead of the Doran's Ring.
Yeah, so I do like this shift. It's switching from Doran's Ring to Corrupting Potion. I definitely like it. It's very, I think it's very good having the extra stacks of the potion. It gives your auto attacks a little bit more damage, especially since you're a mage. You don't have a lot of that damage to begin with, so you get a little more burn damage off your auto attacks. And also, well, one, it's refillable. You know,
Ooh,
just go
Rick
straight
Newman
back.
goes very low, trying to engage for a gank. Mikado coming in, but it looks like Bubble Boy and Crazy Legs will be able to escape this one. Now, in the past season of OK LCS, I believe we're on season 4 now, so season 3.
I think this is season 5. Okay,
Season
LCS.
5. So last season, season 4, Randy Newman and Bubble Boy did play together in the bot lane of Sky Zero. So it's very interesting to see them pitted against one another this season.
It is definitely. It's always fun to watch these matchups. You know, teams don't always stay together. We want them to. You know, Bubble Boy and Randy Newman, the star bot lane from last split. Sky won, winning the whole thing. I don't. Then maybe they lost one game, but it was.
No. Sky last
First,
season they got 3rd place.
they got third.
Yeah.
Okay, for some reason I thought they. That's right. No, they lost in semifinals.
Yes.
But all throughout the regular season, though, they were undefeated.
Yes.
And it was like the star bot lane, and it's kind of unfortunate to watch them go their separate ways. But it is nice to see them both back.
Absolutely. And Moose on the Loose does get a favorable trade onto WT Robux, but looks like he will back away after spotting out Unplugged Bug on a ward going in. Might have expired by now because I don't see that ward on the map.
It might have, but also very good of Aikado getting the crab. He's doing a very good job keeping Unplugged Bug away from just his jungle in general, denying as much as he can. Like you mentioned, being aggressive, because Sejuani is weaker at these early levels.
Absolutely, and in this matchup, Unplugged Bug will be unable to contest many of these scuttles without his team's help. He needs to be able to get Shikoro a priority in that lane so that Shikoro can roam up and help Unplugged Bug secure these scuttles away from Mikado.
I said these mid laners are both the kind. They both want to sit. They want to get the wave pushed, and they want to roam. Both of these, well, they could stay behind. Both of them deal a lot of damage to each other, but they definitely want to impact the map. Orianna's great potential to roam, as especially bot lane, getting the shockwaves off on both members. Ahri, either lane with the charm, hits a singular target, so you often see Ahri's like to roam top. Makes it a little bit easier for top lane to get a kill. Especially when your charm says, no, you're just going to stay right there and don't move.
Absolutely, it does look like Crazy Legs. And Crazy Legs about to roam mid. There's a shockwave onto Artoria and Sif, and he barely gets out. Almost no health from Artoria and Sif.
But is going to regain some of it back by chugging onto that Corrupting Potion, but is going to finish the back as well. Very good engage there from Shikoro.
Okay, it looks like Unplugged Bug is going to go onto Aikado here. He has the support from Crazy Legs because very low. Aikado doing a lot of damage in this early game.
Yeah, it does. Soraka is extremely good healer in fights, but is not extremely good at healing against burst damage. So having the threaded volley, being able to throw out 5 different stones, maybe he can heal the damage from the first couple, but then the next 3 hit, and there's no heal still. At least not for a few more seconds.
Absolutely. Aikado with a very good Talia pick into the Soraka, as anytime Talia's out to get a pick, Crazy Legs on the Soraka won't be able to heal up enough damage, as you said.
So far, well, I guess I'm gonna have to eat my words. About to say so far, is doing a very good job of Candice Lesson with the CS leads in the lanes, but bot lane is even now. Looks like Bubble Boy is slowly starting to get
Looks
a bit
like
of
gank coming in
feedback.
from Mikado, ultimate coming out, forcing out the flash from Shikora. Right, and the bot lane is coming back to the lane here. Might see a little bit of action, but again, it is that caster versus caster support matchup there. We'll see if anything goes on.
Yeah, Roblox is doing a good job in this top lane, making sure he denies Ornn. He's been denying Ornn a lot of CS, about 15 CS gold lead at the moment, at 10 minutes in.
Right, and Moose on the Loose does go onto WTB Robux here. Ultimate comes out from WTB Robux, and Unplugged Bug will miss the ultimate after Moose on the Loose with an excellent flash. Gets away.
He does, and Roblox taken extremely low from that, forced to jump further closer to his turret to make sure that Moose doesn't follow him.
Absolutely, and now Robux is going to back here. He does have about, was that a 15 CS lead onto Moose on the Loose here. He will pick up that Sheen, about to become very strong in this matchup. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Shockwave comes out onto Artoria and Sif. Artoria and Sif will escape again with the Grumping Potion. Let's go on to Shikora, very aggressive, hits the charm. Shikora does not have flash here. Aikado and the bot lane are here. And first blood goes over to Propulsion Esports, secured by Randy Newman.
Also, that was really risky by Arturia and Sip, but had complete faith in his team. Knew that his laner and his jungler were roaming his direction. Said, all I have to do is land that charm. And then I can dash in, land the charm, and it's done. I can get out, and I'll be safe, and my team will help pick up the kill. So really well played by Arturia. Very clean on his part.
Absolutely. Artoria doing great job subbing in for Propulsion Esports here. Filling that role of the mid lane, exactly what they need.
It is definitely being the aggressive person that they need in that mid lane. And with that assist gold, it allows for Shikora. Shikora has always had maybe a 2 or 3 CS lead this entire game. And with this assist, that balances that out.
Absolutely. WTB Robux doing a great job abusing this lane matchup right here. Camille into Ornn now. Ornn is a fairly strong trader early, but WT Robux on the Camille is way stronger. So in this matchup, I do expect the Camille to win, and that's what he's been doing. He's been pushing in Moose on the Loose into his turret, causing him to lose a lot of CS. It looks like he's about to go in here. He's pinging for help from Unplugged Bug, but he's doing a lot of damage on his own. I don't think he'll need any help. Ornhorn comes out, hits onto WT Robux to try to disengage this, but Unplugged Bug and Shikora are here. They're about to go in and dive. Unplugged Bug receives the ball from Orianna, goes in. Shockwave does come out. WT Robux going in and will secure the kill. Now we have 3 members in the top lane here. Aldo, Unplugged Bug going very low. They might look to trade turrets here, mid lane for top lane.
So that, it's going to be a race. This is first turret. There are 5 members of Propulsion in there, and it looks like that is going to allow them to get this tower first.
Absolutely. Propulsion doing a great job seeing that Shikoro is missing, roaming top, and then they can push in that turret for that first turret gold. Nobody there to defend.
Yeah, and now they're pushing in, trying to get as much damage onto the second tier as possible. Roblox and Shikora stayed in the top lane and said, hey, we're gonna actually clear that turret, and as a result, it means there's no one there to defend the mid, and that's 2 turrets for 1 in favor of Propulsion.
Yes, very big mistake from Kansas Wesleyan University, forcing so many resources to the top lane there and leaving mid unattended. Bubbleboy trying to salvage what he can, but he was unable to protect that turret after Artoria and Sif going very aggressive with that ultimate charm.
Yep, blue buff going over to Orianna. We'll see if Aikado does the same. His blue is going to be up a little bit later, but we'll have to see where that ends up going. Red buffs most likely are going to go to the respective junglers still. And other than that, this is a relatively quiet game. Both teams playing in it for the long haul, not wanting to get a bunch of kills, not wanting to do a whole lot in the sense of being aggressive. They don't want to push the game and make a mistake.
Absolutely. Both of these teams not really playing to win, but playing not to lose. And as both teams have kind of good team fights, they scale a little bit with the edge going to Kansas Wesleyan University. Both teams are going to do great in these later team fights.
Yes, they are. Ornn is down in CS to Roblox, but we know that Ornn does not need a lot to be tanky. Tanks don't necessarily need as much gold. So the fact that Camille actually has a CS lead onto him, almost 30 CS, is definitely where she needs to be if she wants to be able to compete in these team fights.
Absolutely, and tanks are a little bit overtuned right now, in my opinion. Tanks are dominating both the top and jungle in competitive play, so it's not unexpected to see just tanks in OKLCS as well. It's because tanks are so strong right now, as you said. They don't need a whole lot of CS. They don't need a lot of resources to be really tanky. Now Icona goes on to Randy Bubble Boy here. Bubble Boy goes very low, and he will get taken down, trying to protect that turret by himself. But Icona is there. I believe there was a. Did I see a TP? I think I imagined it.
I think you imagine the TP. There was the polymorph. There was. I'll say. I mean, okay, I could have sort of TP'd
Okay.
using the. I mean,
Maybe.
it was. Well, it's not really a TP,
Yeah.
but you know, use the wall to get to the fight. So, sort of popping up out of nowhere.
Yeah, and WT Robot goes on to, oh, in mid lane, it looks like they're going to pick out Shikora. He cleanses, but it's not enough. Cleanse flash burn from Shikora, and he will go down anyway. Three members of Propulsion Esports going in, trying to force this pick into the Dragon here. Great job from Propulsion Esports. They're about to get some vision here and prep for this Dragon.
There they are. It's coming up in 14 seconds, and with Ornn, Ornn is on his way down. So is Roblox. They're going to meet in the mid lane, and it looks like that means it's going to be a free Drake for Propulsion.
Absolutely, and Robux is going very low here. Now Charm goes out into Bubble Boy, he mispositions, and Icona will pick up that kill. Wow, he did not know that they had so much vision in the jungle. And Bubble Boy, with no vision in the river area, he will get picked off very quickly.
So Artoria doing really good on these charms, especially the aggressive flash charms. Nothing is more upsetting if you flash forward and hit your CC and you miss it. Doing a very good job every single time. Needed that engage, that flash to hit. It has been doing a very good job of that.
Absolutely, in the top lane here, Moose on the Loose does flash out after Robux goes very aggressive. Ornhorn does come out, and it looks like there will be a Glacial Prison on the Moose on the Loose. He will not be able to take down WT Robux. He will get out alive. And it looks like a pick for Kansas Wesleyan University.
And that's really unfortunate for Moose. He played that extremely well. He fought that really well. It was with the shield, it was about the same health. Came in, ended up almost killing Roblox in a 1v2.
Absolutely, and Shikora will catch Randy Newman in a shockwave there, and he will get picked off by Unpug Bug. He did drop the Rift Trail on the top lane here, however, Charm goes on to Crazy Legs going very low. Icona will catch him right there, Unplugged Bug will go down as well. Great job from Icona finding those picks, making the plays as that Talia jungle.
Yes, definitely. Good job from their team saying, hey, yeah, we lost our support, but we can still fight this. We can still do this. Let's kill the Soraka. Let's put her low enough that she can't heal anybody else, and then go. And really good there of Atoria getting in the mix, doing a lot of damage to the Soraka. Soraka is one of those champions in fights. It's sort of counterproductive. You want to say, hey, let's attack the carries. But the moment you start attacking the carries, Soraka's going to heal them. So what you need to end up doing is burst the rocket down extremely quickly before she has a chance to heal all the
Absolutely,
carries.
and we have WT Robux and Shikora trying to 2v2 here in the top lane, however. Oh my goodness, Moose on the Loose does solo kill Bubble Boy after Bubble Boy tries to push forward on the wave, but Moose on the Loose is very massive right now. Despite not completing an item, he does have that Sheen, a very aggressive item on the Ornn. He's probably going to build that into the Iceborne Gauntlet. I don't think I see that very commonly on Ornn.
I'll say it's not something that you see extremely commonly, but it's something that I think is an extremely good item. It provides a lot of tanky stats. It also provides a slow. So whenever, let's say you use the bellows, you then use the clap, that, well, not only does it do more damage from the sheen, but it also provides the slow,
Absolutely.
allowing you to stick to your target.
Nakado does get engaged on by Unplugged Bug. Unplugged Bug hits the Glacial Prison. WD Robux goes in very aggressively. He will shut down Aikado, however, he's going very low. The Ignite comes down and he will get shut down by Artaria and Sif. Very hard name to say.
This is Charm just going wide. It looks like Unplugged Bug once more going in.
Alright, the Ornhorn does come out, try to disengage from this fight. However, members of Kansas Wesleyan University are here. Shikoro is on the side trying to do a little bit of damage. Musan Lu's taken very low. Charm goes on Bubble Boy. He will be forced to barrier. Unplugged Bug trying to take him down. He will. Musan Luz does go down 1-0 in favor of Kansas Wesleyan University.
Yeah, actually, it ends up being a 1-for-1 if we take or 2-for-1 if we take the extended fight. But overall, up 1 kill in that fight. Yes. Well played from them, knowing that they can go back in. Unplugged Bug extremely tanky right now on the Sejuani, especially with her passive. And there's not a whole lot of damage that they can do, especially Artori and Sif and Aikado are both burst damages. So if they want to try and deal damage to Unplugged Bug with the passive, it's not going to do a lot. Especially with Crazy Legs in the background healing her up.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a lot of tanky stats and pseudo-tankiness with the Soraka on the side of Kansas Wesleyan University. We have a lot of burst damage on the side of Propulsion, so it's going to be very difficult for Propulsion to win these team fights with so much tankiness and, you know, healing from Kansas Wesleyan University.
I'll say what they're when looking for a team fight, what they want to do is if Soraka is not out of position, what they're going to need to do is get a little bit of damage to the Sejuani, and then after the passive has been popped, run back in with the Sivir ultimate and deal as much damage as they can while it's down, getting the increased damage.
Absolutely. Shockwave comes onto Aikado. He's trying to go on Bubble Boy, but he will go low. Unplugged Bug will pick him off, and Bubble Boy does secure the kill. Meanwhile, in the bot lane here, we have WT Robux trying to push into this turret, trying to grab this turret, anything he can for his team. But it looks like Moose on the Loose will be able to clear that. However, there's a TP coming out. They're going to go onto this Baron here. The side Propulsion does not have Smite. Talia did go down. And it looks like they're going to try and contest, but I don't think they can do it. We have Moose on the Loose roaming very slowly here, but it is a very slow Baron take from the side of Kansas Wesleyan University. They're going to look to turn here. Bubble Boy goes onto Artoria and Sif. He gets charmed, and you will take him down after Shikoro flashes in. Very aggressive flash. And Glacial Prison goes on to, it looks like Randy Newman there, but he will get out. Ornhorn does come out, try to disengage this fight and take them off the Baron. Moose on the Loose doing a great job doing what he can in that fight. He came very late. Oh man, missed position from Bubble Boy, and Wukong Q will go on a rampage, picking up that kill.
So that's a lot of damage coming out from...
Oh my
Randy
goodness, Randy Newman did not know Shikoro was in that bush, and Shikoro will go out with a shockwave and take him down. Moose on the Loose trying to do what he can to get out, but he's not tanky enough at this point. WT Robux goes on to Aikado with the Camille ultimate, and it looks like Unplugged Bug will pick up the kill onto Wukong Q. Really great job from Kansas Wesleyan University. They picked up 4 kills for that, trying to force that Baron there, and it looks like they're about to get Mountain Drake as well.
Yes, it is an extremely scrappy fight from both sides. Good job of Kansas Wesleyan to keep the communications up, to keep control of that fight. Unfortunately, Propulsion just kept going in one at a time, just because, I don't know if it was miscommunication, if some people were saying, yes, we want the fight, some people saying, no, we don't want the fight. But it was extremely elongated and scrappy as a result, whatever the case may be.
Absolutely, and off of that, they will pick up the mid outer turret and the Mountain Drake here. And they will have to reset, and Propulsion is going to look to regain control of this game.
Definitely, and because with all of that, it gives them the gold lead, relatively decisive at almost 1k gold. I know it is 23 minutes in, and only an 800 gold lead, which isn't a whole lot, but it still is a decent bit. Not 8k, that's 800.
Yeah, 800.
Almost 800.
Yeah. I think you said 800.
Second time I said 8k, but
okay.
it was like, wait, nope, wrong number. So it's not a whole lot of a gold lead, but it still is a gold lead. It's especially big when you have it on the likes of the top laner on Roblox and onto Shikoro. But one thing that is definitely keeping propulsion in this fight is Wukong Q's Sivir. We look as 4-1 and 2 has been playing very well in this game. Still has a CS lead onto Bubble Boy as well. So and with the now has the rapid fire cannon and the I am blanking on that item name.
Storm Razor.
Storm Razor, thank you.
Yes.
That's going to be a lot of burst damage, especially if both of the because the Storm Razor gives us a crit, and then there's the extra damage and extended range of the rapid fire cannon. So that Sivir is going to be doing a lot of burst damage just overall.
Absolutely. Now we have both teams dancing around the Baron here. They know that's the next objective to take, and I believe they're looking for a fight right here. Wukong Q going fairly aggressive. They're about to clear out the wards in the Baron pit.
So they are. Aikido is a little hesitant going back there. He doesn't want. That's exactly what happened. Is the Baron was procced and got chunked down to about half health.
As Muson Luce is caught here on the side, he will get almost stunned up. Ornhorn does come out, try and disengage this fight once again. He will be unable to get that second proc of it because he was stunned.
It was good job, unplugged bug, using the glacial tomb, throwing it out there, making sure that there's no engage on his team. This is just a point. It was like, no, we don't want to fight. We don't want to do anything. And at it's not a big cooldown difference, but Sejuani's ultimate is slightly less cooldown than the Ornhorn.
Yeah,
so they might look to make something happen in those few seconds.
Yeah, it does look like they will even out the gold lead after Propulsion uses the minion wave to take that top turret there. However, a minion wave is building in the bot side right here. WTB Robux pushing that out. Forcing Wukong Q to come down, get the red buff, and clear that out. A charm misses on the Bubble Boy. And it looks like Artaria and Sif, they're trying to engage something here to force out that Baron. Aikado is seen on the ward right here. Oh my goodness, Rick Shockwave from Shikoro, but it will not be enough. Randy Newman goes very low, but he does not have enough healing. It looks like, oh my goodness, ultimate comes out from Bubble Boy, going on the Aikado, loose on the loose, getting taken very low. On the side we have Artoria and Sif. WT Robux ultimates onto Artoria and Sif. Wukong Q taking him very low. He does have the Ignite proccing, and it looks like the Redemption and Soraka will heal them out. Nobody goes down this fight. However, Kansas Wesleyan University is looking to turn on the Baron here.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of low health bars on the side of Propulsion, and there's nothing they can do. They're forced him back. Wukong Q does have full health, is going to try and do what he can, but Shikoro is going to stand there in that bush and keep him away.
Absolutely, and the Ornhorn does come out, and the Crazy Legs does silence him right there. He will be able to get the second cast of his ultimate, being unable to knock anybody up. Aikado comes in trying to steal this right here, and will be secured by Unplugged Bug. They are looking for the fight now. Wukong Q has to flash away, and it looks like it will be a 1-for-1 plus the Baron in favor of Kansas Wesleyan University.
Yeah, definitely. That was a very intense fight. A good job by Aikido. A good attempt on the steal. Just didn't quite have it. Unplugged Bug doing a good job securing the smite. But even then at that point, even if they would have gotten the steal though, I fear for Propulsion. If they would have gotten the steal, yes, Aikado would have gone down. Wukong Q was also extremely close, and they could have just turned onto Moose as well, and that would have almost completely nullified the Baron, even if it was stolen.
Absolutely, and WT Robux did do a good job pushing that bot wave there, and they did get a bot turret as well in that fight after forcing Wukong Q to come over to Baron and fight. Now it looks like the members of Kansas Wesleyan University are going to be pushing in on the mid lane here. They do have a cannon minion, but will go down very quickly. There's a lot of wave clear on the side of Propulsion Esports through that Sivir with Wukong Q, and a little bit from Aikado and Artoria, but mostly through Wukong Q.
Yeah, so the Drake is about to spawn again. There's a large wave topside. We see Wukong Q going up to respond to that. But I expect to see a 1-4 from this comp. I really would like it to have seen WTB Robux down there in the bottom lane pushing that out as opposed to Shikoro, but definitely good of them spreading themselves out, making the most they can of this Baron. trying to push both of these waves so they can go get this Drake when it comes up.
Absolutely. WT Robux is rotating up to the top side here. He does have teleport. They're getting ready to fire around this Drake, spawning in 5 seconds. It will be an Infernal Drake, very important one. And it looks like they're going to get some mid priority on the side of Propulsion. WT Robux decides to change his mind. He goes in looking for the flank right here. Wukong Q is in that bush, but he does not know that. Randy Newman trying to go onto WT Robux here. WT Robux will dash away, and it looks like Unplugged Bug will secure that Drake. They focused so much on getting the pick on WT Robux that they just gave up the Infernal Drake completely.
No, they didn't. That evens out the Drake score for both teams. I don't necessarily know if that was a little bit of tunnel vision on the side of Propulsion, if they just got a little excited, maybe, but good job of Roblox to make sure that he stays out, not engaging, knowing it's like, no, I'm just the bait, chase me while my team gets the dragon. But it looks, fooled me for a second, I thought he was going in.
Yeah, that would have been very aggressive there, even though he has the ball and the shockwave from Shikoro. I don't think he should have gotten in there. That would have been way too ham. Alright, it does look like Unplugged Bug will get the Glacial Pressure on Mikado. He will get deleted by WT Robux. WT Robux doing a lot of damage to the backline. However, Ornhorn does come out. Wusan Loose gets deleted. He's so tanky, but he's not tanky at the same time. A lot of damage coming out from Kansas Wesleyan University, and they will take down 3 members Propulsion right here. And it looks like WT Robux is going to back for that wave. On the top side, making sure that turret does not go down. They will press on for this inhibitor here.
They are, and unfortunately for Propulsion, Sivert does have a lot of wave clear between the bouncing blades and then the boomerang blade, but there's not a lot that she can do if she's not able to get there and auto attack. They're going to get 2 towers off this, and a base turret going down as well.
Oh my goodness. Crit onto Bubble Boy, and Wukong Q will take him down very fast. I believe they pressed a little too far for that turret there. You know, they did get the turret, but they did have to give up Bubble Boy in exchange. Wukong Q is very massive this game, trying to carry his team. Musan Loose does TP out, and he's going to look for a pick onto Shikoro here. Shikoro, oh, Musan Loose almost gets him. Mikado comes in with the ultimate. Big shockwave, a lot of damage, but it will not take down any members of Repulsion.
No, it won't. It was extremely close, though. Very good job of Shikoro saying, hey, I know I'm dead. I'm going to try and get something out of it. And turning on to Randy Newman and Wukong Q, the 2 squishiest targets that were within range, and almost got it. Almost secured the kill onto Randy Newman. But that was an extremely good Baron play, just overall from Kansas Wesleyan, getting the turrets they needed to. Ended up being 3 turrets from that Baron, as well as an inhibitor, cracking the base of Propulsion. So that's exactly what they needed to do. Yes, they did overextend a little bit at the end, getting that Nexus turret, but they did a very good job. Used the Baron to its entirety.
Yes, absolutely. And as the Baron timer wears off, we have, I believe it looks like they're about to do a 4-1 here, but rather putting 4 in the bot lane and WT Robux in the top lane. Our WT Robux is backing here. He's going to prove me wrong. I believe they're going to group for that bot lane turret right there. They're very strong right now. They've won almost every team fight thus far. So I believe that they'll just want to look for another team fight and end the game.
They will. They need to be a little bit careful just because there's a lot of wave clear. Now, especially because the Baron is no longer up. The AP damage from Aikado and Artoria and Sif is going to be doing a lot to these waves, clearing them out. So they're not, these waves aren't going to be quite as effective as before. And it looks like Propulsion is trying to bait something out, but they're not going to end up getting it as they see 4 members bot side.
Yeah, and it looks like they will get this turret for free. Nobody's there to defend it, and Kansas Wesleyan University will get another turret, bringing the turret score to 7-4. Now it looks like the bot lane of Propulsion is going with Frank. Charm goes out into Bubble Boy. He gets taken very low, but Bubble Boy does a lot of damage. Artorian Sif taken very low. He hits the ultimate. Moose on the loose trying to salvage what he can. Aikado is caught right here. Shikoro does pick up the kill, and it looks like Bubble Boy will go down. However, WT Robux goes on to Randy Newman. He hits the ultimate onto Randy Newman. He will go down. WT Robux is on a rampage. Wukong Q mispositions. He gets stunned up by Unplugged Bug, and he will go down for the 2nd time in this game, and it looks like Propulsion Esports just got aced by Kansas Wesleyan University.
Yeah, and they still have Shikoro and Crazy Legs up. It looks like they're going to go straight for this and end the game. They have enough damage that Soraka's going to keep them healthy enough, and if they need to, Roblox can jump out of tower range and let Unplugged Bug tank it.
Absolutely, and it does look like that's going to be the game here in favor of Kansas Wesleyan University attacking the Nexus. Timers are not there for propulsion, and they will lose this set.
That unfortunately, definitely a hard-fought game on both sides. Wukong Q doing as much as he absolutely could to help his team stay in, being the driving force that his team needed in this game. But really well played. Just couldn't end up overcoming Roblox and Unplugged Bug, unfortunately. The Crazy Legs that pocket pick, or well, I don't know if it's a pocket pick, but surprise pick Soraka, definitely coming in big in this game.
Absolutely. And the top side of the map for Kansas Wesleyan University just went over the top side of the map for propulsion there. Moose on the loose, playing a tank, but we have WT Robux showing us why he's a carry player and why he's so good at what he does. So I expect to see really great things from Kansas Wesleyan University going very far this season with WT Robux at their core.
Yeah, definitely. And with that, we are going to go ahead and take a break. In about 5 minutes, we will come back with the last game for you today, which is going to be Sneck versus 100 Steve's Diamond. So we will be right back with that.
Look into my eyes and show me your adventures I haven't seen. Taking all the life, it hits the spot. Walking on fantasy. So take me, baby, take me to a state of mind that's made of, baby, that's made of all that we find. We can test the waters, oh, it's hard. I think we're getting close. Racing through the waves, I want to be where nobody knows. Take me, baby, take me to a state of mind that's made of, baby, that's made of all that we find. Electric, feel it in your hands. Hypnotic, watch our bodies dance. Happiness, this is where we stand.
All right, and welcome back. This is the last game that we have for you today, and I believe that will end all of Diamond Cap. This will be the end of the casting for this week. So we're gonna jump into this last game. I didn't hear anything about in the chat about Darren's mic, so I'm gonna assume it's good. I'm gonna assume it's fixed. Please let us know if something does end up happening. We'll make sure to keep an eye on that though. We will jump into this last game, though. It is going to be 100 Steve's Diamond versus Land Snack. And on the blue side, we do see 100 Steve's. Hexavon in the top lane on Irelia, Pike in the jungle as Poppy, Tainan as Katarina mid, Rose as Vayne AD carry, and EDG1 Autumn Leaf as Tark support.
Okay, on the red side of Landsnake, we have Mechanical Reaper on Signature York. We have King Shack Daddy on his Signature Shaco. We have Rio Torchic on LeBlanc in the mid lane. We have Kiramat and PB Doughboy as bot lane on Kaisa and Tom Kench.
Yeah, definitely. We noticed that there's a lot of signature champions here for the side of Landsnack. Rito Torchic does like playing LeBlanc in the mid lane. Karamat really enjoys the Kaisa, and PB Doughboy is we've seen him a lot on this Tom Kench.
Absolutely. Makes me think what happened in the pick ban here from 100 Steves letting so many of these crucial picks go over to Landsnake.
Yeah, it does a little bit, but something else that's interesting, it might just be the fact that 100 Steves are trying to do whatever they can. We notice that Hike and EDG1 Autumn Leaf are the only people from the roster, which means there are 3 subs for them this week, and Hike not even in the top lane playing the jungle. So really unfortunate at this point, like 400 Steves. But this is definitely an interesting, just in general, because of the picks that we're seeing. Vayne is a carry that we're not seeing a lot recently, and same with Katarina. I haven't seen Katarina in in this sort of gameplay in a while, if at all. Katarina is more so I see something in solo queue.
Absolutely. It does look like we have a lot of comfort picks from the side of 100 Steves. We have the Tarek, Vayne, and Katarina, as you said. These aren't very meta picks, so it just looks like 100 Steves is saying, hey, let's start everybody on their main and do this thing.
Yep, that sounds just about right. So far, everything looks to be balanced out. There's no cheeky invades. Junglers starting on their respective sides. You notice that Hike does take his red buff and then runs all the way to the top side to get that top scuttle, not wanting to contest against King Shack Daddy in the bot side, knowing that he can clear his own blue to start.
Yeah, Mechanical Reaper taking a good trade onto Hexagon, but both top laners healing up with their Corrupting Potion here. And Mechanical Reaper is getting pushed in on Waste About to Crash, and we'll pick up a little bit of that CS.
Yeah, there's a lot of CS that's going to be crashing to him, and Hexavon did a relatively good job there. The only problem is, he's doing a good job trading with Mechanical Reaper. He just needs to make sure he watches out for those ghouls. Later on, those ghouls are going to really start hurting.
Absolutely.
Right now, they aren't as bad, but later especially when these Corrupting Potion stacks are gone, those are really going to start hurting him.
Yeah, and it does look like King Shack Daddy is going in the top lane here because Mechanical Reaper did freeze the wave. He does hit the cage on the Hexavon. King Shack Daddy is coming in. It's the fear. The Ignite comes down onto Hexavon and take him down. Nope, never mind. King Shack Daddy comes in with the kill steal right there.
He does just a little bit with the Ignite, does end up picking up that kill, but that is first blood going over to Landsnack. Very good job of King Shack Daddy roaming up the top, punishing Hexavon for this aggressive play.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, Teen An goes on to Rio Torchic right there. Flash from Rio Torchic. Oh my goodness, big drop from Rio Torchic, dodging the wall charge from Hike on the Poppy, but he does go right back into Teen An on the Katarina. Teen An will pick up that kill. It might be, I'm pretty sure, yeah, that was a solo kill from Teen An technically. So, the assist does go to Hike for me. Rio Torchic go back and flash.
Yeah, it is, and it was really unfortunate. It looked really cool from Rio Torchic. It wasn't quite exactly what he was looking for. He's hoping to go back and ideally survive, but didn't quite make it out. Not the distortion, not not being available for him. Say as the ultimate, the mirror image.
Yes.
No, that's passive. Is the mirror image. What is the ultimate? Is
I have no idea.
I don't remember. But the ultimate allowing him to copy the distortion wasn't able to do that, unfortunately. Still only level 4.
Okay.
However, even though with both kills, even the person who has died in their respective lane still appears to be ahead in CS in that lane.
Absolutely, and that CS difference does pick up the that CS difference does neutralize that kill a little bit, stabilizing the both differential. Tina does a great job picking up that wave right there.
There's definitely Katarina doing a lot of damage with the spinning blades.
Mechanical Reaper goes very aggressively on the Hexbomb. He does not know Hike is here. Hike goes in with the wall charge, does not pick up the stun, but he will go onto Mechanical Reaper. Mechanical Reaper will get out. There's not a lot of damage inside of 100 Steves if Hexabon does not go in.
No, there's not, and he was a little distracted from the back. There was the ghouls onto him, just as they are right now, which is extremely distracting because they do a lot of damage.
Absolutely, Mechanical Reaper, knowing this matchup onto the Irelia is his signature Yorick after all. He must be very confident playing in Hexamon right now. He's going in at level 5 versus level 6, looking to solo kill Hexamon. Hexamon hits the ultimate on the Mechanical Reaper. Mechanical Reaper will go down. Did not respect Hexbomb right there with that ultimate. Hike goes on to Rito Torchic in the mid lane. It looks like T9 is looking to go onto Rito Torchic, but Rito Torchic hits the distortion over the wall and he will get out. Bot lane we have EDG, one Autumn Leaf trying to go in with the stun. However, we have King Shack Daddy and PB Doughboy looking to pick up the kill on one Autumn Leaf. It looks like Hike is here as well to counter gank, but nothing will come out of this other than a flash from one Autumn Leaf.
And the flash from PB Doughboy as well. Really close on both sides. Both supports going extremely low.
Yeah, very aggressive play from the side of Landsnake, but I do like it because forcing out the flash from one Autumn Leaf will he'll be able to press. They'll be able to press his advantage in the bot lane right here. Kaisa, Tom Kench into Vayne Tarek. They'll be able to abuse that a little bit with the Shaco and the block pick down. The Torchic does go in on the Hike. Hike will get rooted up here and he will go very low. King Shack Daddy hits the ignite. They do not have enough damage to finish him off.
They don't. Tiana and Shun pose over to Hike as well to get out to safety. But going back to the top lane, this is the point. Hexavon was able to bully in Mechanical Reaper relatively easily before. Now he needs to watch out. Does have the Maiden of the Mist. So the Maiden is going to be extremely influential in these fights. It does a lot of passive damage. Not only that, but also healing Yorick. Just slightly enough. It's something that Hexavon needs to make sure he watches out for, especially there it is right
Mechanical
now.
Reaper does bring out the Maiden, a little trade. Perhaps thought Hexavon was going to go all in. Well, you know what? Let me go all in too.
So whenever you see that fourth proc, every time she kills the minion, she gets some kills it. She gets with the dash, she gets a proc. And whenever you see that fourth one coming up, they're like, oh, she's gonna trade me. She's gonna trade, and so you just don't want that. You just want to back away. And it looks like he's gonna let the Maiden just run up in the lane and start dealing some turret damage. No, so the game starting to quiet down a little bit. We do see that the gold lead is starting to swing in the favor of Landsneck. Superior farming on their side has led to a relatively good gold lead of almost 1,000.
Absolutely. The gold lead did even out in the top lane. However, it looks like there's going to be an all-in. Hexbomb goes onto Mechanical Reaper, but it will be a flash coming out from Mechanical Reaper, and along with the cage, helping him get out alive.
No, without the Maiden of the Mist, he definitely needed to back off there. That was not a fight he wanted to take.
Our Hike is here in the top lane trying to go onto Mechanical Reaper. Now the wall charge, and wow, great cage wall from Yorick right there, able to get out alive twice. Now it looks like T9 trying to go on Rhea Torchic will take him down in a solo kill, and Hike will go onto Mechanical Reaper in the top lane. He will take him down. T9 actually does live after King Shakti tries to take him down, takes him very low, but it will not be enough. On the top lane here, they could keep pushing if they wanted to. Mechanical Reaper does not have teleport, but it looks like they're just going to back off here. Hexvon wanting to spend that gold that he earned from the assist.
He is. It looks like now things are gonna go. All of Lansnack has gone back. They have bought their first rotation of items, and we're starting to see Mechanical Reaper coming through, going to get this Trinity Force on New York, going to be doing a lot of damage in these trays and these fights that are coming up, especially once he finishes them. As well as the Storm Razor from Karamat is picked up as well, to Vayne not having a full completed item yet, trying to get that fork. So definitely going to swing in favor for that bottom lane. Other than that, we see the waves going back to how they were. Their Infernal is not going to be up for a moment. Other than turrets, the only real contestable objective right now is the Rift Herald, which neither side seems to be going for at the moment. I expect to see Lansneck look towards it relatively soon, because York is extremely scary. Pops a Maiden, pops the Rift Herald, and can start taking turrets extremely quickly.
Absolutely, and Mechanical Reaper does have a big advantage in the top lane here, trading very well right now despite being 0-2. You do see it engage on the bot side. EDG Anomaly gets a 2-man stun. Ultimate comes out from EDG Anomaly. Hike stuns onto Rhea Torchic, but the targets are split right now. Rose does not know what to do, and Hike will go down after Karamat goes in. Ultimate comes out from Karamat. It's a double kill, and it looks like they're going for one more. EDG Anomaly going very low, and finally, Distortion. Rhea Torchic does pick up that kill. Hexavon going very low in the top lane, meanwhile. Getting out despite 2v1 right here. King Shakti going out to chase Hexavon here, but it will not be enough. T9 trying to go onto Rhea Torchic, but Rhea Torchic does escape, and he will get taken down for his troubles.
So a good attempt there from Tina, trying to use the Death Lotus to get as much damage as possible, but isn't quite going to make it get enough damage to kill Rhea Torchic. Does get killed himself. And we see Mechanical Reaper now in the top side, getting that first turret.
Oof. Hexavon did not know that there was a ward in that bush, and Rhea Torchic and King Shakti will engage upon him, take him down. Rose is trying to save this turret right here. He will be able to clear out the wave, and with EDG 1 Autumn Leaf coming in very soon, he should be fine. This turret.
He should be fine. Lansneck would be overextending slightly if they tried to get this at the moment, but it looks like they are trying to go for a little bit of a trade, trying to dissuade them, saying, hey, we want this turret, but now backing off since the minion wave has gone away. You see Mechanical Reaper in the top side, stealing away the farm of Hike, trying to stop any sort of chance that 100 Steve's jungle has of coming back.
Absolutely, and here in the bot lane we have King Shakti going in for a gank. Great disengage from EDG 1 Autumn Leaf and Rose from the Condemn. Stun, but it will not be enough. However, PDB Doughboy will go down. Flash from EDG 1 Autumn Leaf, and it looks like it's going to be a 1-for-1 right here. Or the turret will go down as Rhea Torchic goes in, and he will pick up the kill on the EDG 1 Autumn Leaf. Great roam from Rhea Torchic. They're going to pick up this bot turret here. It brings the turret score to 2-0. Looks like actually we missed Mechanical Reaper taking that turret in the top lane after King Shakti was chasing away Hexavon jungle.
Yes, did he pop Maiden into the mist up there to go get that? And Rhea Torchic is getting engaged upon by Hike, but a good chance to stop any sort of follow-up.
It looks like Karamat and King Shakti are roam mid right here. Pushing that wave, get that last outer turret for their team, but they will end up backing, perhaps prepping for that dragon in 30.
They are trying to get this wave, but PB Doughboy doing a good job holding him off, putting him away. A good read by Heck as well, flashing reading the flash, but now he's still just going to get engaged by
Rhea Torchic will go in on him, and Hike will end up going down after he gets slowed up by Mechanical Reaper. Mechanical Reaper will get will pick up the kill right there. Now PB Doughboy is trying to take that blue buff right there, but Hexavon does see him. There's a ward right there. He's about to contest this. No help from the team of Landsnake. It's just PB Doughboy versus blue buff right here.
Well, there's not a whole lot that Hexavon can do. Uh, does get an additional dash from the stun, and does end up picking the blue buff for his troubles. But a good job of Mechanical Reaper putting up the wall, making sure that no one is able to follow up, allowing him and PB Doughboy to get out safely. Rotating back to the mid lane, it looks like 100 Seas is trying to get something here. King Shack Daddy is waiting in the wings,
Rose
though.
does not know that they are there. King Shakti and Karamat go in, and Rose tries to ultimate, try to do something there, but he will be unable. King Shack Daddy and Karamat are too strong, but it was just Karamat doing all the damage right there. King Shack Daddy did not even hit Rose once. Now Hexavon gets engaged upon by a Mechanical Reaper. Mechanical Reaper doing a lot of damage right here. He will take down Hexavon, even though Hexavon channels the ultimate. Hike getting caught right here by Rio Torchic, and even though he does the Poppy W, Rio Torchic will take him down.
So Distortion was blocked, but that still wasn't quite enough to block all the damage coming onto him. And we see Hike and Hexavon both going down, and another tower going down to Mechanical Reaper as well. This is going to put Landsnake extremely ahead in this game.
Absolutely. In the mid lane, we see side of Landsnake trying to go very aggressive. Mechanical Reaper did not get the memo that we are backing off, but they will get the turret anyway. So force the flash from Mechanical Reaper. Wow, EDG went on lead going very low. Ignite will come out and it will take him down. No, it will not. Tarek heal saves the day. He will get out alive. Now, Rio Torchic and Karamat are doing a lot of damage here. I'm trying to do what he can on the Katarina, but it's just not enough, you know?
There's not a whole lot that she can do at the moment. Does have some damage, has the Hex Tech Revolver, also has a little bit of defensive stats, had to pick up a Hex, it's a Hex Drinker. It is a Hex Drinker.
Yes.
Had to pick up the Hex Drinker, just to make sure he stays alive. Rito Torchic doing a lot of burst damage to everyone on the team. Autumn Leaf isn't quite tanky yet, is Tark, so is relatively tanky, but hasn't quite finished anything other than the Mercury Treads. And Hexavon is still currently working on what I would assume to turn into assume that would turn into a Trinity Force based on what Hexavon is building.
Absolutely, and we do need to look at this, the Hex Drinker from Teen An, even though it does neutralize some of the damage from Rio Torchic, it is like an AD item. So, will not be able to be upgraded, will not be able to really do anything. Hexavon gets engaged upon by Rio Torchic, he will get taken very low. Stun comes out for Hexavon trying to get out here. Karamat tries to ultimate in, but he will get blocked by the Poppy wall right there.
I'll say it is an AD item, but there are a little bit. The Death Lotus does also scale off of a little bit of AD, so having that there, even if you wanted to upgrade it a little bit, isn't necessarily a bad idea. It's not the best idea, but it is definitely something that it's not the best item that you could have, but it's definitely working for this case.
And we do have King Shakti looking for flank here. They're pushing it onto this second inner turret in the mid lane. Side of Landsnake. Now, Karamat doing a lot of damage, clearing out the CS wave relatively easily. But Rose goes on to Karamat. Karamat will get taken very low. He will get shut down by Teen An. Now, Teen An is looking for more. PB Doughboy will go down right here after Rose picks up the kill. Or they do not know Mechanical Reaper and King Shakti are on the side. I think they're going to look for a little bit more right here. King Shakti going in with Mechanical Reaper, but they're rotating down to the bot lane already. Rio Torchic soloing that tower right now. Nobody's there to defend him.
Rose is heading down with one Autumn Leaf, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to defend. They're going to close in on Rito Torchic.
So Rio Torchic is going very aggressive here. He's going in for Rose. However, we get exhausted. Ultimate will come out and he will go down. However, he will get the kill onto Rose.
Yes, he will. Not a lot going on in the mid lane. King Shack Daddy and Mechanical Reaper are able to clear the wave, push it back in. Mechanical Reaper is going to go back to what he was doing before, clearing the jungle of Hike, and this is extremely big for them, keeping Hike down. He currently is down 40 CS, which is huge for a jungler. There's a 2-level discrepancy right now. King Shack Daddy has a huge smite advantage, on any sort of objective they want to take.
Yeah, King Shanknight doing a really good job of controlling Hike's jungle, going very aggressive. However, he will catch out EDG Autumn Wave here. You will flash away, get the stun, but it will not be enough. He already used flash, and he's caught right here. Ultimate comes out from Hike. He will get... That was a very weird interaction. So it looks like Hike hit the ultimate onto PV Doughboy, but PV Doughboy ate Hike at the same time, so Hike hitched along for the ride.
So, and there goes the Rift Herald Shelly being dropped in the mid lane. It looks like they're trying. Looks like they might be looking to end the game here with 16 seconds still on Hike. This Herald is going to be doing a lot of damage to this. Inhibitor goes down as well. Still 8 seconds on Hike. Shelly can run in and still hit one of these turrets. And I don't think there's anything that 100 Steves can do right now with their base just absolutely being destroyed.
T9 trying to go in, but he will get taken down very quickly. Now Hexbomb goes in with the ultimate. He will also get taken down. There's just not enough damage for 100 Steves right now at this moment. They need to scale up a little bit, but they do not have enough time. They will get aced right here by Landsnake, 5 for 0. That will end the game right here.
It will definitely. Well played on the side of Landsnake. King Shack Daddy on his signature champion roaming around. Mechanical Reaper definitely doing a lot of damage on this York, doing a good job of helping clear the enemy jungle as well as keeping Hexavon away, and as well as controlling him as well in that top lane. The 1v1s at the beginning went to either side, but definitely when it came to later in the game, it was completely controlled by Mechanical Reaper in the top lane. Rito Torchic doing good as well. Just very well done on the side of Landsnake, controlling their lanes and their opposing laners extremely well.
Absolutely. 100 Steves did do a great job in the early game. They kept up with Landsnake. However, once about 8 or 9 minutes passed, Landsnake just blew open the game. They started controlling every lane. King Shakti started going very aggressive onto Hike, jungle, and just the skill matchup was just too much to overcome from 100 Steve. So great job from Landsnake picking up the win in week 5 of Diamond Capped OKLCS.
Yep, definitely. And so with that, that ends week 5 Diamond Cap. We look forward to seeing you all next week for it's a gold. So first we have on Wednesday night we have the uh, the hype night. We're gonna have it's Winged Reaper and or we sorry not Winged. Ugh, I can't say names right now. But Winged and Meristematic will be in talking about their picks, saying who they think is going to be strong Wednesday night, talking about these games again. So look forward to hearing about them. And then after that, we hope to see you guys for the casting uh, of of next week's games, which I think we're talking about. I don't know if they're going to start on Friday or if they'll start on Saturday. There's some talk amongst the casters to see when we're all free this week, but we'll make sure to keep you all posted. So everyone have a good evening, and we will see you next week.